out to the garage, doing some garage talk. Good evening, good evening, good evening. All right, we're gonna head up here. We're always gonna have this in the boat. We're always gonna be doing this in the boat. Sorry, a little late here. I had to finish messing around with the dog. Get this all set up here. Getting in the boat. There we go. There we go. Boom. We are set. Got a little package in the mail. Wait till some people get in here, and then we'll go over this here in a little bit. Yo, 351 Cleveland, what is up? What is going on, buddy? What is going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hey, he's going to take us for a ride and then get Zach.
All right. Love you. What is going on, buddy? How's your night going? How is your night going, buddy? How is your night going? Got some new lures just came in the mail for me for the fall, winter time. Bust these out here in a little while. I'll bust them out here in a little while. But welcome, who all joined. I appreciate it. See how this goes tonight. So whoever's in here, where you guys from? Where you guys from? Is my audio all right? South Carolina. All right. Is it cold down there yet? Is it cold there yet? So it was about, it'll drop down in the 30s tonight, like 39, 40 degrees tonight. Welcome whoever else just joined. Well, they just joined. They just peaced. What's your water temp right there in South Carolina? $47 now, supposed to get down to 33. All right, I got you. Jackson Barger, Percy Priest was super tough, only weighed 1 for 2.21, and Stewart Creek only caught, let me write up, only caught 1 on the Whopper Plopper, not my type of lake for sure. Yeah, that's a tough lake, buddy. It's a tough lake. But I will say, if you have, I got some shipped to me. I got a bunch of Pulse lures shipped to me. In case you guys are wondering. As you can see, I got a ton to try out for the fall. They're also nighttime spinners with a big old Colorado. I'm going to Hick in May. Old Hickory in May. Going to Hick in May. All right. Oh, I just said here. All right. Of course, as you see right here, the spinning PJ, the underspin. I got a couple sent. I'm gonna be sending these out to some people. Once I hit 500 subscribers, I'm gonna be sending some out. And of course, they had to send me the Pulse jigs, of course. As you can see, little tiny. I can get this right like this. Pulse jig right here. Phenomenal in cold water when it's highly pressured. I'll be using them a lot. They also come with the swim baits yet too. So basically it's just going to end up looking like this. It's a double tail. I don't know if you can see it, but it's two tail. It's very, very thin. But they sent me a bunch of those, and they sent me some underspins. They gave me 3/8, apparently 3/8 and a 3/8. But for when the water gets muddy, they sent me there a gold and silver like always. Then you have your Colorado, your white in case the muddy water for when the rain comes. You're gonna have those. And then if it's really muddy, you can use them for nighttime yet too. You got your green. What one do they send me? Black one. They got me a pink and black. And another style, pink and black. So they actually sent me a bunch of stuff to try out for the fall. I'm really looking forward to this one right here. And then, of course, you have that one here, too. So what'd you catch yours on Percy Priest? I wish I could see who's all in here. 351 Cleveland left, I think, or Jackson. Someone left. No, still here. All right. I guess Jackson left. All right. I knew someone left. I wish it was like how I was like how it was when I was streaming on Xbox like years ago, where I could see everybody that's in the chat. Everybody's watching. A lot of people are doing these Nashville fishing guides here. What's up, Merv? What is going on? Someone else just popped in here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Nashville fishing guides. I might need you. I might need to get a hold of you. Coming up, I'd like to pick some people's brains. Because if you don't know, I'm actually from PA. I'm actually from the north. So I'm used to fishing New York, Pennsylvania. I'm mainly hybrids and white bass. Hey, fishing is fishing. That's my whole thing. If you want to go ahead and make a video, do this and do that, you got to have fish catches. Like I can't just be putting some random stuff out there and there's nothing. All you're doing is seeing me cast. Like I watch a lot of people's videos. Some people will show probably about 20 to 30 minutes of just casting. Like whenever they do a full live, it's not enjoyable. But that I do want to learn how to, because I want to, for this winter, I want to get out there and make a video of hybrids and also stripers. I've only caught one on Old Hickory, and that was by accident last winter. I was in 3 feet of water on a crankbait. Did not plan that. If you want to go this winter, just look me up and we'll do a funny trips. Appreciate that, dude. I hope if I call you up to go out just so you could show me this stuff, I hope you don't mind being put on video. I mean, I'm not going to be putting where we're going. I'll put us fishing, but I'm not going to have us like film driving here, driving there, and so forth. If you don't mind. Because I'd like to film my trip. Not mind at all. All right. I appreciate that. Yeah, because I haven't caught, I think I probably caught 5 or 6 actual true stripers in my lifetime. And I really wanted to because I've seen a lot of pictures, a lot of people talking about what they catch them on the Cumberland River, right below the dam, and they catch them on Old Hickory, especially over here at Chutes. I've never caught one over here at Chutes. I see people pictures of them all the time. Don't know where they're getting them at. I understand they're by the bridge, and you got guys catching them right off the bank at Chutes, and I have no idea. But yeah, that would be great. I would really appreciate that. I'll have to get in touch with you to try to set that up to get out there. Try to get out there. Lots of my buds do the same type of fishing, mainly catch some stripers in Drake's Creeks this winter. Yeah, that's what everyone says. Drake's Creek for bass fishing this year, I don't know what they did to it, but I moved down here to Tennessee. This will be my third year here. My first 2 years, phenomenal in Drake's Creek. This year, nothing. Like, I don't know who people can lie and say this, but they killed the grass. They killed the grass because I can go in some of the coves and I can look down and the grass was probably about 3 inches under the water. Now you can't even see the grass in middle of July and August. Like, you can't even see it. But they say that, oh, we didn't do anything to it. No, it just doesn't disappear. Like numerous coves, like zero grass. Like it was, like I could see down, like I could stand and not even have to worry about, getting tangled in it in like 3 feet of water. Where's it at? So for anyone that comes in here, since you go striper and hybrid fishing, what lures do you use? What lures would you recommend? I use the Live Scope all winter. All right. I have it on my boat too. I have the Lowrance. I have it up there on my FS9. Like, do you just use regular smaller swim baits? Do you throw a swim bait on a jig head? Just for anyone that's, that will end up watching this video, like, what would you recommend to someone? A-rig for hybrids or stripers. All right. I got that tied on now. Now, I have a question for you. People have caught them, but they have caught numerous stripers. Give me a second. Let me get this out. You catch about 30+ pound stripers on 3-inch swim baits on A-rigs. Now, here you go, right here. Have you caught a striper on these tail spinners? I've seen numerous videos of people catching stripers on these tail spinners, yo-yoing them in deep water, 20 to 30 feet. Like, I've caught plenty of bass this way, but I've never went specifically for stripers with these tail spinners. No, sir, but I don't fish that lure either. All right, I get that. Now I have one more question for you. Give me a second. I'll get this out of my tackle box. I have a couple lures that I want to try for stripers because people say that that it works great. And I've seen a bunch of videos from them. Now, I just stuck myself. Now, spoons. Big old spoon. A 6-inch spoon. I seen them all the time catching stripers on these type of spoons. You ever catch anyone on a spoon? Since you know striper fishing in the winter, I figured I'd ask you. Definitely work if you find a school or concentration of them. All right. All right. Well, at least I know that I'm somewhere in the gist because I have a couple stuff that I would try to run. I have the A-rig. I have a spoon. You know, what about, you said 6-inch. What about, no, I'm not going to try a swim bait. What about like a full 6-inch swim bait? Is that too big, too small? I'm only asking because I can watch videos for a lot of videos that I watch are based out of Texas. So it's kind of tough. Like we're right in the middle. Like I can use that spoon back in Pennsylvania. For hybrids and white bass, we jig spoons and blade baits on live scope. All right. I like blade baits. I don't own any because I lost 2 of them. Like I can easily get them, but I lost them. Every time is always in a brush pile. I lose them always around the brush pile. Down in 20, 25 feet. I can see them swimming around. But I mainly lost my blade baits for bass though, but yeah, I appreciate it because all the knowledge, you know, that anybody can go ahead and give me, I appreciate that. Look up jig para blade bait. All right. I'll definitely look that up because I'll have this in the chat so I can go back to this stuff. It's very easy for me to see because you got Cleveland that's in here is from South Carolina. So the only reason why I'm asking is because a lot of people that might end up popping in this stream or whatnot, or it's expensive. Well, got to figure I have a 12-inch glide bait that is sitting over here that's collecting dust because I cannot, for the love of me, catch a fish on a glide bait. So I spent $90 on a glide bait to sit over here in my wall. So that, I'm not worried about that. Like I spent money because, you know, you watch some of these guys and they just catch monster after monster after monster bass on these big 12 to 15, you know, 10-inch glide baits, and I can't fish a glide bait. Like I can fish swim baits, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8-inch swim baits, but I can't fish a glide bait. I don't know how, don't know the proper, you know, how they'll like twitch paws and just having it, you know, like the S wavers and everything else. I just can't use them. So what pound test do you use in the winter when you're actually fishing for these stripers? Do you use like 17-pound fluoro, 20-pound fluoro? Or do you use mono to have a little bit of stretch? Fish small swim bits on A-rigs in the winter. Yeah, I got, if you haven't watched any of my videos, like I throw all 6-inch lures. Like that's the majority of them. You know, I'll have a couple Rapala, like the OG Slims, 100-pound braid. I'm just so used to, you know, I don't even own braid that goes that high. I think my highest braid that I have is 60 pounds. There's 60. That's the highest braid that I have. But that, I'll have to show you a picture sometime. Yeah, that 20, mostly trolling priest, lots of trees. Do use a downrigger when you troll? Or are you just regular, just troll and just let the stuff just sit out behind you? That's where I lost most of my A rigs, is I always get hung up in trees. And I'm very nervous to go back out on Priest in the winter because I blew up my prop last year. And straighten the hooks. Oh, I see. But yeah, definitely. I will definitely want to get out there and have someone show me some striper and some hybrid fishing, just so I can, create some different content. Because if you look at a lot of videos that are out there, it's all bass. Like, it's all largemouth and smallmouth. I'm just about fishing. Really doesn't matter. I've taken some people out from my church and everything else that have never fished. His daughter's never fished, and they had a blast. Like, she got the reel in a 12-pound catfish. I mean, I ended up hooking it by accident on a chatterbait. Well, not by accident, but to me, catfish should not be going after this. You know what I mean? But a couple of the people that I was trying to get to tonight were asking me about a chatterbait in the trailers. And people are using their trailers wrong. Everyone wants to use a boot tail on their chatterbaits. You do not want to use a boot tail on a chatterbait. And people are just not understanding that. I told a couple of the younger kids, that are in their 20s, that they're like, oh, I got a jackhammer, I got this, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, so show me a picture of what you're using as a trailer. And they're showing me like these Kai tags and everything else. And I'm like, no, like that will take everything away from your whole chatterbait. 3L mustard hooks, 3-inch swim baits, throw them out on 75 foot behind the boat, 1.2 miles on there, on a 1/2-ounce jig. I got, let me see. If I can unhook this. Right now, on my 20-pound fluoro, I have my Pulse lures, my 1/8 ounce Pulse lures on my A-rig right here. That is what I have on my A-rig for one of them. But then, of course, I got to have the chartreuse one in the middle, just in case. Only reason I have that one on there is because just in case if I'm starting to catch fish over and over again and they keep biting that chartreuse one, I'm always looking on my A-rig to see where they're biting. And if they're biting I got 3 different types. Won't get deep enough. All right. So I need what, 3 1/8-ounce jig heads? Did you say 3/8? Welcome to whoever just joined and then just left. He just left too. So how often are you out on Old Hickory, if I may ask? Are you out there weekly? Like, are you the type of the guide service that is, that's your main job, or is that your side job, if I may ask? You're never on Old Hickory. You're always on Priest? Retired. I got you. So you're mainly on Percy? Percy mostly. All right. Yeah, I would love to come out there and have someone show me how to fish that lake. I only come out every now and then when, because our league tournaments, our bass tournaments are on there. So was it Fate Saunders is where we put in it? I'm pretty sure that's the name. That's where we put in at for when we have our tournaments over there. But yeah, I will definitely love to come out. Never October. Why not in October? Welcome to whoever else just joined. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Whenever they join, they're not talking. Too much bait. All right, I get that. I get that. That's the problem right now is going from last year where there was like no bait at all in Old Hickory for right about now to this year to where you could just stick your hand in and just scoop them. It's nice to be able to see these fish get fat late December through April, lights out. All right. So if I may ask you this question, I gotta get this untangled. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. All right. Right now, when I'm out, I've been catching a lot of hybrids. All right. On my lit list. Now, do you actually recommend that at all? But when I'm seeing like a bunch of schools, like they're hammering this, like I don't want to catch them, but I think I'm going after largemouth, but I keep hooking into hybrids on my lit list on a constant basis. Is it just because it's bait fish attracted, or because other than that, throughout the whole year, there has been nothing. Like I don't catch too many hybrids. I would love to. I mean, some of the ones that I caught are like 3 pounds. I mean, there's nothing big. Great bait. All right, that makes sense. I mean, there's even times where I don't have it on my videos, but I've thrown a crankbait out. Like when they have their schools of them, I think it's the white bass. I could throw my my crankbait and it sits on top of the water, and they'll just hammer that and just take off with it. Like when they get in schools, like if I don't know if you're familiar with shoots, since you fish Percy mostly, but you can come out on the back side of that island. But when they start schooling and start to come in more, I could just throw my crankbait out there and let it sit in the water, and they just end up taking it as soon as it hits. It's like gone. Welcome, whoever else just joined. I can't see who you are. Hey, let's go fishing in Tennessee. The bite has been so weird here in Tennessee for some reason. Yes, the bite has been absolutely schooling. Fish will hammer anything. Yes, schooling. The bite has been horrible. Like it was weird because the bigger fish, I'll say maybe about a month ago, started cooling off a little bit. All right, the night started getting a little cooler. I was seeing and I was catching more 2.5 to 3 pound bass in the backs of coves. And then all of a sudden, it got a little bit cooler for that. No, I'm sorry. It got warmer. Probably about, Rich, you should probably know, about a month ago, we had that week of just straight 90s. All the bass disappeared out of the coves. Like they were gone. The bait fish left. The bass left. Like you didn't even see skipjack back there in the backs of coves. And then it just killed it. Today was cold as heck. I think I was too cold today to fish. I tried using chick liver and just nothing. Well, where are you fishing at in Tennessee, if I may ask? Now you're just fishing for, I'm saying chicken liver, so catfish. I'm assuming. Up near Mount Pleasant in Columbia. All right. I got you. Yeah, it is. It has definitely been weird. Um, what I was gonna say. How was the wedding? The wedding was good. The only thing. Well, welcome, TJ. Yes, the wedding was fun. I was just disappointed because the only Kansas City Buffalo Bills ticket I could have got for Sunday's game was $700. Love chicken liver, May, June on the bottom. What? Are you serious? Hybrids are bottom feeders? I didn't even realize that. I didn't think that they would eat off the bottom. Well, I mean, every fish eats off the bottom, but you know what I mean. Not like catfish. I would have never guessed that. Yeah, a place called Williamsport Lakes. All right. TJ, if you missed it, if you missed it earlier, eventually April we start fishing live bait on the bottom. Huh. You have a fish angler Bible Belt. Belt Bible. What do you mean a fish angler? What do you mean by that? And what did I miss? It's an app like FishBrain, but better. All right. No, I don't use those apps. I don't. I try to rely on what my dad taught me and what my electronics. You know what I mean? Like I could basically, and nature. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. It could be you're having your worst day. Ever hear of EBT Marine? Yes, I have heard of that. I mean, I'm like one of those guys that's, still old school. I could be having the worst day, but I could see blue herring perched somewhere, all around in certain areas. I will be looking in the sky. I'll be looking in the trees if I'm driving around and I'm having a bad day. And you find those birds, there's bait fish. They're only going to be there because there's bait fish. So I'll go there and then I'll scan around that area. If I'm having like this video that I have coming out was from not this past Monday, but the Monday before that. It was a horrendous day. It was nothing but bluebird skies, zero wind. It was horrible. I've got a 21-inch screen from them on Live Scope for my Live Scope. Dang. Yeah, mine's only 9. Well, I gotta go. Stay safe, tight lines. You too, buddy. Take it easy. Stop in and check out this winter. I'm gonna be paying some money to go out with this Merv guy. I'm gonna go out on Percy Priest, and I'm gonna learn how to striper fish and hybrid fish. So you're gonna see a total different videos than bass. I'm actually gonna learn. I've been wanting to learn. I'm thinking about going down to the Cumberland, right below the dam, and trying to fish that. Just float down the dam, just float down the river, and actually see where that takes me. But we definitely shall see. But yeah, I mean, as much knowledge as I could possibly get, the better. No charge. Oh wow, dude. And I appreciate that. I'm still gonna give you money. I don't care if there's no lake charge or anything. I'm still gonna give you money. Like I'm not one of those guys that's be like, hey, thanks, blah blah blah. I'll bring food or something, and I'm also gonna give you gas money. You know what I mean? If we're taking your boat out and stuff. So I'm not. That ain't me. I just love fishing, and I love learning new tactics to like put in my arsenal. Because all I want to do is just go out, fish, have fun, and produce videos that people enjoy. You have all these sponsored guys, you have all this, you have their own camera crews, you have this. I'm using my phone right now. I have my GoPros, that I'm always up to making new friends. I appreciate that. But yeah, just as long as you don't mind, I would love to film it. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to just film the day of hybrid and striper fishing, because that's something, something that I don't do, and it's something that I would love to learn to do. But yeah, I appreciate all the help. You just gotta let me. I'll have to go ahead and buy, like what you say, 100-pound braid and put it on one of my rods. But yeah, I don't even own 100-pound braid. I learned a lot this year, my first year doing bass. Yeah, it is. I had to take what I knew from Pennsylvania and New York fishing to coming down here is the total opposite. It's back home. It's all it's really not moving baits. You have your jigs, you have your weightless Senkos. You have your Texas rig. With weights. It's a lot of that stuff. They don't really go after chatterbaits. They don't go after too much crankbaits. Yeah, you're gonna catch some walleye, stuff like that. But I've caught more fish on moving baits down here in Tennessee, my first year being down here, than all my life up in Pennsylvania. No problem. I've gone out with a friend who gone out so I could learn from them. Oh, that sounds fun. Yeah, I would love it. You know what I mean? Maybe later on in life, I could turn this into a guide service. You know what I mean? I've been taking a lot of people out from my church. And a lot of people, I have lost, I will say, a bunch of followers. Power Pro Depth Hunter line. Check it out. All right. I'm glad that I can save these comments off of my stream so I can go back and I can look at these then later on after the stream's over. But like I was saying, I have lost, Rich, I'm not going to sit here and preach to this person about God and all this stuff. To each is their own. But I've lost, some followers, and I have some people, say some stuff to me, because I've threw some stuff about God and, religion in my videos, I'm sorry if it, bothered you, my apologies, but that's just the way how I feel. And that's the way, that I am today. I'm not criticizing you, or, saying harsh things to people about it, because you don't believe in God or you do believe in God. I do the God thing to pay for my fishing habits. That works. Fishing does get expensive. Especially when you lose, a Strike King Thunder Cricket, you could just gone. You're like, all right, there goes $15. Put another one on. Go down to the bank a little more, then you lose another one. There's another $15. Fishing is expensive. Eventually within the next 2 years, I want to trade this tracker in, and I want to get a Nitro Z18 Pro. So that is going to be I don't need anything more than that. It will do what I want to do. 175 horsepower. It comes stock with an FS7 here. Up in the front, comes stock with an FS7. It comes stock with a Ghost. Keep making them. Thanks. I've learned from them. Thanks for doing it. I appreciate it, man. I'm always out there to try to help other people as well as I'm learning. You know what I mean? There's a lot of times where it's frustrating. I think it's more frustrating now fishing since I have live active target. I get more aggravated and more ticked off knowing the fact I see the fish. I know they're there. I watch my bait go right by them. I stop, drop it on them, or my jerk bait is right there. I fish out of the 1994 Bayliner deck boat. And my dad had a Bayliner, but that was I think it was a ski / bass boat, but it was a inboard outboard motor. I think he had. I think it was a 2005, 2004. It was like a white and blue boat. My electronics cost way more than the boat. Yeah, they do. They do. But at the same time, they're great to have, but it's more stressful now seeing the fish, knowing the fact that they ain't biting, and I've tried every single lure. Or you watch them come flying up to the lure and then just dart away. Now, knowing the fact that me, before I had live active target, all right, well, me thinking, all right, well, maybe they're not there. But now knowing that I have tried numerous times, I could drop a Senko, I could drop a jig right down by, and they don't want nothing to do with it. Just really frustrates you because now I'm going through a whole tackle box, retying, doing this, doing that, and nothing. But you have the positive side is now I can come into a cove, which I didn't know. To me, oh man, they should be here. They should be here by this boat dock. Look at this, in the summer. All right, the sun's at such and such height, so they should be here. Now with the live active target, I could come into there, use my live active target. There ain't nothing by the pylons. There ain't nothing there. I'm not wasting time, and off I go. That's the positive part. And it is also fun watching, a fish come flying up and, playing your video game fishing. And it does help. And I'm not one of those people where like, oh man, it's cheating. No, it helps. Electronics helps. Period. I don't care what anyone says, but some of the pros, are they gonna outlaw that soon? You can't have certain stuff. I don't know. But it does help. It helps out a lot. Now, I've been also watching Big Jim. He just got sponsored by Humminbird. So he has all of his tutorials. If I fish swim bait by your lure and don't look or stop, probably not a game fish. Shad, carp, or gar. All right. I see you. But yeah, I mean, it's right now's that struggle period. I mean, I can go out there one day and just hammer them. Just like this past Monday. I mean, the video that I just put up, or it should be popping up, but it's going to take a little while longer because I'm doing a live stream. It's like a 7-minute video of not a whole lot of anything. Like it was bluebird skies, no wind, and cold. Like it was cold in the morning, but then it warmed up. But it was horrible. Like it was that first day after that cold front came in. I just couldn't do anything. Like I even was throwing jigs, I even Texas rigged. I'm down there with 3/8 ounce, 1/4 ounce, just letting it sit there. Even try to job shop. Hey Thomas, what's going on, buddy? Cool live chat. Great job. I appreciate it, buddy. Appreciate it. So have you been trying out any of those pulse jigs at all? I got some more. Oh yeah, I got some more sent to me to try out. Just so you guys know, I got a whole box of pulse lures for the winter. In case you guys with live target, live scope, you can see what these fish are doing. Yeah, I know. Just for the fall, and when it's a little bit of dirtier water, they sent me 3/8. They sent me that one. In case it's really muddy for when that rain actually comes. I got the double Colorado blade with the little kicker up top. Gave me some night ones. Right there's your it's like a pinkish purple, but pink with the big Colorado, so you can use that for night. Here's your pink and black. That's your big pink and black. They sent me black and blue. And they sent me a black and green. I don't know if you guys can see that, but black and green. Now, what also underspins. Got a couple of them. Matt Arrays. I don't know if you know who he is. He's on the pro tour, but not lately. Been throwing the buzz baits and swim baits. Buzz baits and swim baits? Alright. But yeah, if you Google, this is the one that these are the new ones that they sent me. And if you guys can see it. So when it starts getting a little colder, now this is going to go on 8-pound test, and I'm going down. I'm going to go down to them. That one, and where is the... And of course, you got your pulse jigs, your regular pulse jig. It's almost like the old school scrounger, but Pulse Lures has it. So in case what people that don't know about them are wondering, it's a real soft plastic, so when it goes, it's almost like a chatterbait, but this rolls back and forth, and it thumps as it's going back and forth. And it comes with a little swim bait that you put on the back of it yet too. So you can throw those down deep. Deep, shallow. Especially when nothing else is biting. I have used those to catch stuff when I couldn't catch nothing. Just throw that on a spinning reel. 10-pound test. And that was it. That was that. But, Thomas, I will tell you for right now, and if you can, start throwing chatterbaits whenever you can right now. And just don't put a paddle tail on them. Do not put a paddle tail on them. Because the kids that were asking about it did not show up. So I can't really tell them because they were asking about a paddle tail. It ruins your chatterbait. I don't care what anybody says. It ruins your chatterbait. Don't turn it upside down and this and that. It ruins the whole action. So when it's supposed to go like this, going straight, and all of a sudden it darts to this side or darts to this side, when you got a paddle tail on, it doesn't do that. So just giving you a heads up for people that like to put paddle tails on. Excuse me. Don't. It's a waste of your time, and you're wondering why you're not catching fish. That is why. The chatterbait is great, and I will tell you right now, if you don't have it, because they're going after the small bait fish. Since they're going after the small bait fish. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I have it somewhere. I have it somewhere. But I got the Chatterbait Mini in here. Oh, here it is. This one I have upside down. I have the Chatterbait Mini. It says, cool, what did you just put? These are sweet. Need to order more. This right here, I lost one, but I'm getting another one in, is the Chatterbait Mini. Real tiny little thing. So I can go ahead and get my little smaller flukes, and I can put them on. So yeah, like if you have anything, because you know they're going after the small bait fish. So instead of your normal size, chatterbait. And I mean, you have your normal size jackhammer, and you have these. Like, it's a total different aspect. I mean, like, it's big, big difference. And if it's muddy, then you go to the extreme, the big blade. And as you see, on all of them, I do not have paddle tails on them. Do not. I'll even have the little Zaco, but it's ribbed, but it's not a paddle tail. The only paddle tails that I will put on are on my swim jigs. That's the only time that I will use a paddle tail, is on a swim jig, because it gives it more of a kick, because there is no vibration up here. And then you also know one of my favorite baits is the underspin. That's one of my go-to, period. So you have your smaller one and you have your bigger one. You have your 1/4 ounce and your 3/8 ounce. And then if you want to go to I have a Zaco on here on this chatterbait, but it also has the weed guard. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it has the weed guard on this. So I can really throw that in there. But I do have the paddle tail on that one. Yeah, I appreciate you guys stopping in. And I really appreciate, Merv allowing me to come out with him on his boat. Yet too. Oh, here's your Tennessee shad color. This is one of my ones that I'll use for smallmouth. Really tiny. Really, really tiny. It's like a 2.8, 2.2. It's a real tiny. So Merv, you were actually talking about jig heads like this? Like 3/8 ounce? And is that the style jig head that you're talking about? Mm-hmm. Oh, and Thomas, by the way, just in case if you also want one for the summer. Yep, all right. For you, Thomas, got your bluegill with your gold, so you can throw that on there. Throw it around grass. As I say, I make mine. You make yours shad head. All right. And here's another one that I throw. This one, you can get your chartreuse there yet too. But like I have them on here. This is for muddier water when I'm down lower. And as you can see, I'm bouncing it off rocks when I'm down there. As you can see, like I'm wearing it out. I'm wearing the color paint out. So I got, those are 1/8 ounce, those are 1/4 ounce. So you need 3/8 ounce, right? Not a 1/4. Shad head with an underspin would be great. All right. Yeah, I got numerous ones for my pulse jigs. You have your shad color head. Then you can go shad color there. I use 7/16 to half ounce. All right. That's a shad colored pulse jig. You can go your plain, just gray. Now you can go to your deeper ones. This actually comes with a swivel on it. Well, not a swivel, but a little tie. This will get down deep. This is your half ounce. This is a big one to get down. But like I was saying, then I don't know if you guys, I know TJ has and Thomas, but your pulse jigs, your swim jigs yet too. Of course, I got my crawl back there, so I can keep it up higher. Just so when it's going like this, when I'm reeling, I'm always going like this with my rod tip, so it's always going up and down. Winter fish will be around 17 to 20. That parameter I give earlier put a rig at 15 to 16. All right. Now, what about throwing a 3/4 or a half ounce underspin on just with a boot tail on there? Throwing that. Will that work for stripers down deep around 20 feet? Going on that A-rig style. So welcome whoever else just joined. I know Merv's here. I know Thomas is here. Probably Thomas is still here. And then you got TJ. Can you guys see what everyone else types in there? Or no? It should work very well. All right. Now, I have another question for you now, since we're talking about deeper stuff. What about if I got an ounce? Maybe an ounce and a quarter? Or no, an ounce or an ounce and a half? Thomas Dixon, all right. I heard striper is fun fishing. Well, you guys will see on one of these videos, this gentleman right here is going to take me out. We're going to go hybrid fishing, and we're going to do striper. Now, I see everyone. All right. I don't know how what you guys can do see on your end, but if I went out and bought an ounce chatterbait, a 1 ounce chatterbait, will that work down there that deep? I think they go up to an ounce and a half or an ounce and a quarter. I love throwing chatterbait. Like that is like that and a crankbait. If I could just throw two things all day, it'll be a chatterbait and a crankbait. Well, I lie. You got to throw a swim jig in there. Oh, and just to give you a heads up ahead of time for Thomas and TJ, once I get to my goals, I will be giving away my KVD rod for one that I have my A-rig on now, but I also can use it for crank. You're out of my area of expertise on that one. All right. So I will be giving this away. Not the reel. I'm not giving away that Tatula. That I am not. But I will be giving this Lew's KVD. I'm not qualified in that comment. All right. I will be giving that rod out, and I will be going ahead and giving away a couple of my other rods that I use for swim bait. One is going to be a jerkbait rod. Another one's going to be one that I use for cranking. And I'll probably be giving away 4 because I'm getting more and more Kistler rods coming in. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Kistler rods. Nice, just bought my first A-rig. I got one sitting up here right now that I didn't put on yet. I'm gonna try a different one. I got my 6 cents one sitting over here on the wall. But I will say, having a regular Lew's reel, I got a couple of them. Having my Daiwa Tatula, 2 different series. My Kistler, I got 2 different series reels, Series 1, Series 2. And my Shimano SLX DC. The only thing I don't like about the SLX DC reel, I have a 1 ounce spinnerbait. Haven't thrown it yet. Would it work for striper? I don't see why not. Like, 1 ounce is going to get down deep, and it looks like bait fish. Sound like me. I have about 8 catfish rods, 2 bass, 2 trout, and 1 crappie. Now, I don't know if I'd use a spinnerbait on a striper because it'll probably bend that hook out. That's my guess. I think it'll straighten that hook right out. I mean, I really can't say much because I don't know if you guys remember that video from last winter when I caught that 20-pound striper on my crankbait, on a little crankbait. It didn't straighten my thing out. I had it on, I think, 14 pound fluoro. It took me 15 minutes to reel that sucker in because it just kept taking line and I didn't want it to snap. I don't mean to blind anyone, man. I just shaved my head tonight again, so it's a little shiny. Good point. Or the wire itself, yeah. But I'm definitely excited to get out with this gentleman Merv to go striper and hybrid fishing. You guys haven't seen me do that yet. I catch them in yellow, and you have your regular white bass. I catch those by accident. I catch catfish by accident. Mustard hooks, 37-pound striper won't straighten. A 3-aught? No, this is. Yeah, you ain't getting a mustard hook on a spinner. Yeah. I'm trying to see if I have my crankbait where I caught them on, but I don't know. But I will say is what a lot of people don't know, like for this fall, winter, downsize your line. Downsize your line. Where do you usually put in at Old Hickory? What's up, Cameron? Welcome. I normally put in at Chutes. I'm on this side of the lake. I'm on the Mount Juliet Hermitage side. I'm not on the Gallatin Hendersonville side. I'm like on the opposite side. I always put on at Chutes. Now I will travel all over the lake, but I always put in at Chutes. And I won't go up to Drake's Creek anymore this year. Like it's horrendous. Like you drive up there lately for the past month, it's a ghost town. There ain't no one fishing it. Like it's bad. There's a real nice A-rig sitting at the bottom of the dam. Yeah, I got a 6 cents one over there in the wall, over here in the wall, and I got that Pulse Lures one that I have sitting on my rod. I couldn't get anything to bite it just yet. I don't think it's cold enough yet for them to bite it. Like they're still too active. And there's too much bait fish. But I don't know who I'm just joined, but I also wanted to say is people that are fishing a chatterbait, any type of bladed jig. All right, they ask why aren't they getting bit a lot? Why aren't they catching tons and tons of fish? Sometimes you will, a lot of other times you won't. Hey, that's a great place. I know a cove close to it. It holds about 5 pounders in it. It's very, very tough to catch some five pounders right now. What does he say? I've got A-rigs scattered in trees all over Priest. I think everybody does. Everybody's got A-rigs scattered everywhere. That's the only thing I hate about that is you spend a ton of money on those things and you lose them. I lose one or two every year. Every year. And it's almost at the point where I almost don't even want to buy them. You know, I'm just throw a big old, you know, half ounce, you know, underspin down there. You know what I mean, with a big old hook, and it's a deep cove. I don't like Priest. I fished Priest. I've done all right in tournaments. I won my only tournament was on Priest. That's because I ended up hitting that smallmouth on a chatterbait, bouncing it off rocks. They were up in the rocks, and I was just down. Just I got it hung up in between rocks, and I'm just yanking. Finally came off, and he took it. But like what I was saying about the chatterbaits is a lot of people are like, oh well, I just don't like throwing it because it doesn't catch anything. You have to understand about a chatterbait. We need to go fishing. All right. I love taking people out, that I met here or met on this 5-pound bass or 5-pound. Out of all those, I will take a 5-pound smallmouth. I think that's probably like for 5 pounds wise, that is probably the best fighting fish that I've ever had. It was like a 5-pound smallmouth. Like that is unbelievable. But like I was saying, with these chatterbaits, people don't like using them because they say, "Oh, it doesn't work. It doesn't work for me." You're not gonna catch quantity bass on these. You just won't. It's a bait that doesn't catch quantity bass. You're gonna catch your bigger bass. Your average size bass that you use on these is gonna be 2 pounds plus, average. Wherever you go, wherever you throw them, your average is gonna be 2 pounds. It's just a bigger fish catcher. You're not gonna catch as many. It's just bigger. Period. What did he just write here? Or stripers in a deep cove. Yeah. But for all you guys, except for hybrid and stripers and stuff, I mean, if you're not going for those, and get a rod or two if you have them, start putting on, I always have 14-pound test on my crankbaits. Always. I just like, what do I use? FC Sniper cranking. Because it's very, very, it's very abrasive. So I can go ahead and go through rocks and brush. Do you know anyone that wants to buy a small plastic boat with a trailer and a new trolling motor? No, but I guarantee if you put that on Old Hickory's page, on their fishing page, that someone might chime in and offer you money for that. That I do not know personally. But yeah, a lot of people think that they could just go ahead and just throw a crankbait on any style line. 12 to 14 pound. 14 pound I have on some, and others I have 12. 12 is your perfect running depth for any of your crankbaits. Like if mine says it runs to 14 feet, mine's going to hit 14 feet on 12-pound test. The higher up you go and test, the shallower I'm going to get. period. I throw my chatterbaits on 15-pound fluoro. The only one that I do not throw on fluoro is... where's it at? I throw my... I just busted it off, but I got to take out the... On my KLX series rod right here that I have from Kistler, it is a medium... It's a light, medium, heavy. Like, it just bends. Like, it's a serious bend. But I have a 10-pound fluorocarbon leader on 20-pound braid. I like using that with my a lot of my lipless crankbaits. I love using it because it's so sensitive that it's just, and there's so much bend on it, you know, so when they try to come out of the water and throw that hook, it just doesn't go anywhere. I like throwing it out. I have 20-pound braid and 10-pound fluorocarbon. I have a 8-foot leader on that. I'll always run that. Even if I want to use, say, on my one rod that I use for jigs, I have 20-pound braid, and you know I have 15-pound fluorocarbon leader, 8 foot. But that's another way that people can go ahead and save money if you get braid and just buy a leader. That way you don't have to use much fluorocarbon. Now, don't forget, you're not going to be doing that when you're running a crankbait, because it's just not going to work. Anything that has weight to it, either 3/8 ounce or heavier, anything that has weight, because my lipless crankbaits are, like normally a 1/2 ounce or 3/4 ounce. But I appreciate everybody stopping in tonight. Someone else just joined. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Appreciate it. But yes, you guys will see some new videos coming out when I get out there to do some hybrid or striper yet too. That should be fun. Gentleman Merv said he's gonna take me out, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go out and we're gonna go ahead and try to hit him. But he said October is not a good time to go. October is not a good time to go. Too much bait fish. You probably hear that phone going off. I don't know what the notifications are. It is I don't even know. There's a lot of stuff right now going on. You have the Phillies games on. I'm getting notifications for that. And you have everything else that is going on. But I appreciate everybody stopping in. I like hearing what everybody's throwing, where they're at. Some people are in South Carolina. I had the other night I had a guy from Minnesota. So he's throwing something totally different. Like they're already through their fall like transition. Just certain places are. I like hearing all that stuff from everybody. What they're doing, what they're throwing, what they're not throwing, so forth. But it's actually really nice, just getting different tips to see what everyone's doing. No. But all right, 3 people just popped in and just left. But yeah, Thomas, you're gonna have to get out with me sometime yet too. TJ, I'm gonna take out. Everybody's leaving. But yeah, I appreciate everybody stopping by tonight, chatting, saying how everything's going. Appreciate all that. Who's still left in here? Seems like everybody just dropped out. Oh, one left. One came back. I will not. What kind of boat do you have? I have a tracker. I have a tracker, Cameron. 115 horsepower. I got a Humminbird Helix 7 right here, and in the front I have a Lowrance FS9 with the live active target in the front. Those are the only two that I can afford to have right now on the boat. Because they're expensive. And I got a lot of other bills to pay, because if I go ahead, that will get it done. Gotta run, dinner time. Keep up the great work. Yes, we will get together. All right, man. Anytime. I told TJ that I'm going to take him out sometime, too, once he gets down this area, because he lives probably about an hour away. But definitely, I'm definitely going to start having this on Tuesdays. Hopefully there's more and more of a turnout, like each week. Try to do this on Tuesdays. This Saturday, again, I will not be home, so I will not be out fishing, but I will be out Monday. So we will have to wait and see the type of day. I'm still going to try to use my chatterbait, like always. Crankbaits, that's just my go-to period. Is chatterbait and the crankbait. Top water, I haven't had much luck with at all lately. So I've been staying away from that. Probably filter in some pulse lures, and I'll probably filter in some underspins, hopefully. But yeah, TJ, if you're still here, stop on out at Pulse Fish Lures, man. I'm telling you, can't go wrong. They got great spinners, which you already see me use them in my videos, and you see me pull out some big fish on the ponds with their swim jigs. Oh yeah, that's another thing I'm gonna throw. Probably Tuesday's a swim jig. Next Monday, should I say? But yeah, definitely give them a look on there. Even their pulse jigs, they got underspins on there. They got swim baits on there. They got swim jigs, and they got spinners on there. But yeah, if you ever go there, TJ or whatever, whoever, whenever you buy anything from that place, just use Blyler 10, and they'll save you 10% off. Or if you go to Kistler, and if you buy anything there besides all their special that they got going on, if you do end up buying anything for there, use Fish Now, and you'll always save 15% off. Off all their either rods, reels, rod covers. I'll have to see. I think Fish Now works on all of their rods, but I don't know if their newer swim bait or the new chroming rod. I'll have to look at that. I'll have to find out. But that chroming rod, that's like, I think $3.99 for that rod. But yeah, if you ever get on to Kistler Rods and Reels, get on to their website. If you ever order anything from there, just use promo code Fish Now, and it'll save you 15% off your order, like your entire order, not just off the specific items, whether it's hats, whether it's shirts. Me. Yeah, if you order from any of those, man, just use the promo codes to save 10% off your order. You can even buy the underspins on Pulse Fish Lures, which I already showed you a bunch of their stuff. I mean, I got so much of their tackle, it's just ridiculous. But I'll also be giving them away too. Once I reach 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be giving a bunch of stuff away. Once I get up there, I'll have a drawing done live, so you will know who the heck wins. But yeah, I got a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna give away rods. Maybe once I reach 1,000, I'll have to see if I can somehow get Kistler to send me a reel somehow free. Maybe I can give one of those away. But if you have, I have Series 2 and I have Series 1 Kistler reels on that I use a lot. This one here is their Series 1. This right here with their carbon fiber. I don't know if you can see their carbon fiber handles here. This is their Series 1 that I have on the KLX rod. And then you have their Series 2 I have on my other two rods. I have that on my jig rod, and I have that on my I have that on my underspin rod that I use for underspins. Those are on my Feeling Real rods. I got 2 Feeling Real, 1 KLX, and 2 Argon series. And then I have my Dock Skipper yet too, which that's just my weightless Senka. That's all that one is. But I appreciate you guys stopping out. We'll definitely have to do this again. Don't forget to check out any of the videos. The video that will be popping up, or it did pop up for you guys already. I don't know if it uploaded yet or not. That was from 2 Mondays ago. Excuse me. It's a short 7-minute video. Just give you a heads up. There's not a whole lot going on. I think I caught like 2 fish and lost 3. But it was a rough Bluebird Skies day. It was a Bluebird Skies day. It was 0 wind, so it was definitely a tough day. It was definitely tough. Like, it's one of those days where you get frustrated, where all you're doing is like filming from 7 o'clock until like 12, and you have nothing to make a video with. Like, I think I caught like a 5-inch white bass and maybe about a pound. I think a pound and a half to 2-pound bass. Hey, what's up, dude? How was my day? What's up, On the Real Fishing? This is the guy that right there that just popped in. That is Josh from On the Real Fishing. Josh is somebody that has been out with me on the boat normally every Saturday or every Monday that he has been out with me. Yeah, a lot of people have been, a lot of people left because we're right now live 1 hour and 22 minutes. So there was other people in here. A guy came in here and asked, he's a guide service guy. Was talking about taking me out to free of charge, yet alone, to go out hybrid and striper fishing on Percy Priest, and he will take me. So that should be interesting when I come up with a video with that one. It's no big deal. I'm still trying to figure all this stuff out anyway, how I can get these pop-ups to work properly and this, and this. But it's been different. People pop in, leave, pop in, leave, pop in, leave. There was a guy here from South Carolina, just trying to ask people about how they fish, what they like to fish, what type of lures they fish, how they fish them. But I'm always going to try to keep it simple in my live. I'm streams. I'm always going to be in the boat. People want to have their fancy decor behind them. That's fine. I'm just fine sitting here with the kayak, sitting here in the wall in the back. Get a chance later on. You should check out the beast of the smallie I got today. All right. I didn't even get a chance to even get on anything because I got home from work. Ate, and then by the time that I ate, took a shower, had to shave that little shiny piece that's probably blinding everyone right now. Look like Uncle Fester. But yeah, by that time 7 o'clock rolled around, and I'm like, oh no, I gotta get online. Where'd you catch it at? Where'd you catch that smallie at? Was it in the creek, or did you catch him in a creek? Or did you catch that, in a lake or something, or in Percy, or wherever you go? Creek out at Ezel Park. I don't know where that's at. You could tell me all these names around here. I know how to get here to the grocery store and back. I know Lebanon Road, I know 24, and I know 65. That's it. I know how to get from here to Kentucky, here to Pennsylvania, here to Chad. You take, 40, get out to Chattanooga and Knoxville, and that's about it. I know how to go north. Oh, I can get to Florida too. But yeah, definitely. I got some stuff I'll give you, Josh, to go try fishing when you're out there. Pulse Lure sent me a bunch of stuff again, so I got some stuff that I'm going to give you to go ahead and try out yet too. I got some new Pulse jigs to try out, smaller ones. I think you can get them. I don't know if they're 1/8 ounce, but you could throw a small like swim bait on there. Might get held up, depending on if you're creek fishing or not. But got a bunch more spinners and muddy water spinners, so I'm gonna be trying out a bunch of stuff. I will not be fishing Saturday. I will be out of town. I think I'll be in Knoxville Saturday, but I will be out Monday. I'll be definitely fishing Monday. I'm gonna check the weather. Hopefully I can get this bad boy to do some more damage again. Because catching those big fish on a chatterbait is lovely. Lovely. It's my favorite bait. But you don't get as many fish on it. You catch quality fish. Always. But you just don't catch as many. But we shall find it out. But I will catch you guys next time. I'll start doing this every Tuesday, probably 7 o'clock. Try to get more and more people in here. Talk about fishing. It's always going to be in the garage. Like I said, we're going to talk about fishing. See what everybody's throwing. See what everybody's using right now. Yes, definitely will see me Monday. All right, TJ, you have a good night. Whoever else is in here that I missed, you guys have a great night. And I'll be putting out, I finally got out my video from 2 weeks ago, being out with Josh, which was a horrible day. That one should be out. That's a 7-minute one. But this past Monday, that's not out yet. That will be coming out later on this week. But I will catch you guys next time. You guys have a good night, man, and be safe. See ya.